So you want to see how badly the Spectrum mod can mess up your base and how very quickly it can do it? Well, stick around for this next episode of Statech Industry. So as should be obvious, we're going to be talking about Spectrum again today. And well, since I kind of rage quit last time, let's go pop open the loot boxes from last time that I didn't go get, because it might very well give us some stuff that will actually let us skip progression for today. Alright, so the main things we got were another knowledge gem, which might be useful in the future, another color picker, which I probably don't need now, a takeoff belt, which is like a high jump, which might be useful with the glider, restoration tea, which is just more free food, and then the universe spy hole, which I think is used to find the ruins. And I'm realizing I never talked about the ruins. The quest is right here way back at the beginning. That tells you that these things are hidden throughout, and frankly, I haven't been able to find a single one of these. I did find the ancient ruins, which is the last one that opens a portal somewhere. That one I can't even touch yet. Like it's mentioned right here in the very first chapter, and it tells me there's nothing I can do with it yet. But the universe spy hole, we haven't even unlocked on this yet, so I'm not sure when or if we're going to get to it. It might be after this step over here though. So I think the next thing we should go do is find this new ore here that's very deep down under the surface. And you know, I probably should take a look at the ore list real fast to see if I can even see it in the list yet, because if I can't, I won't be able to get it. I think it might be the Azurite ore, but there is one that I definitely can't see here. So I guess let's go see if this is what we're supposed to go find. All right, so I dug a hole all the way down to bedrock a while ago. I just had to come back over here, and using the scanner, I pretty much immediately found it everywhere around me. I'm actually a little bit too deep. Yep, and there we go. Of course, I probably needed to actually break it with my fortune pickaxe, but I guess let's go find some more first. All right, now that I know where it is, that seems simple enough to get. Let's pop a few of these with the fortune pickaxe and see if that unlocks the next part. And it sure did. Bottle of decay away, which is probably the next life thing, which seems like it undoes the last one. It stops it from being as dangerous, maybe. Oh, and this one seems even worse. Delightful. I love the words ruin the world, because that, yeah. And then a new pedestal of some sort, but we're not even going to get into this because I don't have the recipe for it. So I think here's the reality of the situation at this point. What I want to get to is the Enchanter, because this is what I want to be able to do. And so I need to figure out what's blocking me from getting this unlocked. And the only things in the chain that I can think of are these two crystals and the rune ingots. It's probably one of the crystals though. Although I don't see anything in this list that would make that the case. It's all just liquid crystal, but I don't have the recipe yet. So I guess let's do these two first, which is lava and water respectively. So let's just go outside real fast by the cows and see if I understand how this works. It should just work the same as all of the other flowing liquid type things, right? Do this, and then I do this, and yep, well, that made calcite. Oh, and there we go. That turned it into frostbite, but now we have to go make another one. All right, I officially need some help. I just spent way too long trying to automate the pigment pedestal here. The only way I could find to get this to work at all was to put a hopper right here going to the top of the pigment pedestal, which that's fine. And as long as you have the crafting tablet locked, it'll fill it out properly. If I used modern industrialization pipes, it didn't work at all. The problem, however, is the liquid crystal buckets. When I first made one, it just kind of poofed and got stuck under the hopper or something, and I couldn't get it out of it at all. And I basically had to restart the whole altar to get it to get the item out of it somehow. I don't even know what actually happened, but making the second one finally got the first one out of there. Furthermore, the documentation on the fabrication chest, lacking would be putting it lightly. I have no clue how this thing works. I tried putting it up on top the same way like a chest up there. I tried putting it where the crafting accelerators are. A hopper can't even get the items out of it. And the interface here does not help matters. I filled it up with all the items. I put a crafting tablet in here. I have no clue what this middle row is for. At no point did it populate the pigment pedestal. I tried modern industrialization pipes, nothing. I couldn't get the items out of it at all. If anybody knows how this thing works specifically, please leave me a comment and explain it, because I can't find anything online about it at all. Anyhow, after way too much fiddling with this, I've got another bucket obviously, and then I've got the lava. I suspect this won't actually make the item that I need it to make though. And nor can I get the flow rate to work right on this. That's great. There we go. Now, both of these blocks render down into their respective powders, and they can both be crushed down from other things as well, in this case, ice and magma blocks. Honestly, I'm just going to do the ice and the magma blocks because I don't want to deal with making more of that stuff. So assuming this works the same way it's worked in other packs that I've done stuff like this, and we should just have to throw those out there and then slam them with an anvil. Looks like we're going to have to do this a couple times. Oh, this is fun. So the blizzard powder, the only use I can find it for is the titration barrel so far. And the fiery powder, as far as I can tell, has no use. So yeah, that wasn't the gate for this. So I guess in the meantime, let's make the potion workshop instead, which is just Stratine again. And it did it again. Now it's lost. Yep, had to break the hopper to get it. That's, on the upside, this is not a multi-block. This is just like a normal brewing stand, except it takes mermaid gems and you don't need water. Oh, but here we go. Liquid crystal buckets can be made from it. So, that is a pretty significant improvement. And I'm not gonna lie, that was one of the whole reasons I wanted to automate the pedestal. So well, when in doubt, the last gate that I had ended up being the Bottle of Failing, so we might as well make the Bottle of Decay away, which doesn't look too bad to make, especially since we have the raw Azurite, and that will hopefully unlock the Bottle of Ruin, and between the two of those, hopefully the Enchanter will unlock. But yeah, the Bottle of Ruin itself appears to be gated, but it's hopefully behind the other one. Alright, one more time. It's never just going to be one more time. And that didn't unlock the Bottle of Ruin, but maybe that's because we haven't processed Azurite yet, and this is at least pretty simple. Well, I say pretty simple, but we're down to our last Neolith. I'm going to have to go make some more fading pretty soon, probably. Alright, here we go. Huh, no love on either the bottle or the Enchanter. Alright, so if we look at the progression hints chapter in the book, the only one highlighted is this new resource one. And if we go back to the quest book, there's only really 2 resources at this point. That one and this one. I need to wait for lightning to put a copper rod outside. We'll hopefully get some there at some point, but I can't wait for that. I'm assuming it's this one, which is the one that can cause problems. So I'm going to go build another fusion shrine somewhere way away from my base. Although before I do that, I set up a quick failing area right here next to the furnace. It's not touching any other blocks, so I think it should be safe, where I can just harvest obsidian now when I need to get a bunch more Neolith. Not that I have anything making obsidian yet, I'm going to have to set that up. But I could automate this with block placers and breakers. Alright, so I built another fusion shrine out here at spawn. I don't entirely know what to expect here. I discussed it briefly with Relatable Gaming to make sure I understood what I was doing in theory, and at least maybe on the right track. And he basically said that this is going to do something like kind of like Thaumcraft, where it kind of taints the area around it. So I got to be ready to clean that up. And that the end result is unstable and will explode or something similar to that if it's in my inventory. So I've got the dank out and I've configured it to pick stuff up, because as long as it's not in your inventory, it is supposedly fine. So I guess let's start loading this up. I'm going to try to make 20 of it at once, and hopefully that will last me well, but that was a good chunk of my onyx gems. So here we go. And I forgot the amethyst. Oh, fire's a new one. Oh yeah, that's that looks bad. Oh, I don't know what to do about this. Oh, I wonder if this works. Sort of. Not really. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of glad this didn't happen anywhere near my base. Okay, that got rid of the liquid at least, or at least the ones that were right here. Oh yeah, this digs fast though. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that was definitely a mess. So I completely understand the whole needing to coat this in calcite or basalt now. And I will do so if I ever do this again. All right, let's see what happens if we take one of these out of here. Oh, that was immediate. It's just gone. And that unlocked more of this tree because this tells you about it and that it just blows up in your hands, which is fine. We got that far. And I didn't think to bucket the liquid, so I think we're gonna have to do this again. All right, I built a retaining wall around it this time. Hopefully this will contain the liquid. There's still no way I'm doing this anywhere near my base. This is just a nightmare. But let's get this loaded up and just do this again. Yes, that's the one right there, officer. That is not citron, that's shimmerstone. I already hate the fact that there's two gems that look almost identical in this mod. Buckets ready. Oh, you know what? I probably should have some copper rods out here because this is lightning. I wonder if it would pull it in to get the other rocks. Oh well, too late now. Okay, looks like we've got the liquids contained. Oh, there's way more of it than I was expecting now. You know, although we could probably just use this as our kill chamber thanks to the lassos. Maybe I should just go wrangle up a couple mobs and toss them in there, huh? That kind of would solve the purpose there, yeah? Oh, hey, and just inspecting the bucket shows all the things that we can actually make with this. Clay directly into slime seems like a pretty big deal, actually. That might not be bad. All right, first things first, we're going to try passive mobs to see if they can be used instead of hostile ones. Sorry, Mr. Hamburger. Where did it go? We didn't even see it. But its bits did go right into the tank, including the midnight chip we were after. Let's see if this blows up if it's in our hand. Doesn't look like it, at least. Well, let's get a couple more. And let's toss a stack of clay in and see what happens. Oh, immediately came out of his slime ball, so this is not bad, actually. All-right, but the important part here is this opened up more stuff. So the magic swords that we've already gotten a handful of and don't need to make, I just need to go pick one up. Runic orbs, which I have also found one of and just need to pick up. The Inquisitor armor, which I haven't seen, but looks like a nightmare to make because I haven't seen these totems yet. And yeah, they require totems of undying, which I haven't gotten a single one yet. And then finally, the Universe Spy Hole. So I guess let's start by just picking stuff up. There we go, which finishes out those three. And we still don't have the Enchanter's recipe. Why don't we have the Enchanter's recipe? We do, however, have the Bottle of Rune, and it's a good thing I killed the dragon because we're gonna need it. And thankfully, this time, I actually remember to bottle the breath so I don't have to go fight it again. All right, so let's make this mistake. All right, one bottle of rune, which it appears it wants us to use. And I don't know what the bedrock runes is about, but I suppose we need to go figure out if there's something built under that, which is probably where we need to use the Universe Spy Hole. All right, I'm kind of stumped, and it has been kind of a long slog again, and I don't feel like I got to where I wanted to, but we've got a lot of stuff done today, honestly. We've made a fair amount of progress through Spectrum, yeah? So I guess let's grab all of the remaining rewards and see if we get anything interesting this time. Well, the short answer is we got some stuff that unlocks some more stuff, so let's hit the button again. And again. More! Alright, so we did get some things this time. We got the Ender Glass, which if you go by this, varies its looks depending on how much of a redstone signal it gets. Apparently there's something if it has a full signal, it does something weird. The Ink Assortment, which stores a bunch of ink. The Ender Splice, which is used for teleportation, but we've got other ways. An Item Rondelle, which I don't know what this is, and we don't have it unlocked yet, so I can't even look it up. And a Lagoon Rod, which is like maybe a slightly better fishing rod, but I have already spent enough time today fishing for answers versus just fishing for whatever this drugs up. So I think it's time to call it. If you found this episode interesting and entertaining, please remember to like or subscribe if you're new. As always, I'm Ard. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.